Evening all and welcome to InfraSpace, where we are on a brand new map. Yes, based on the knowledge that I gained from the couple of playthroughs and the live stream I've done, I thought it was prudent to start again because the design I had was really bad. It would be difficult to expand the city and do things and things. So we're going to do something different, and we're going to do something that is generally not good, but I want to see it anyway. We're going to build a grid city. We're going to build a grid city. You can see down there, I have a grid surrounding some sulfur here. I have unlocked previously up to the park. I don't know if the stadium or the school are larger than the park. I assume the stadium is slightly larger from the picture. I'm not sure. But a park is 11 tiles by 9 tiles. This is a 15 by 15 square. So our entire city is going to be grids of 15 by 15. That's what I'm doing. I've threaded the sulfur there because that's just in the way. We've got this lovely big open area here. We've got a couple of sulfur patches around. That's fine. But what we're going to do is start off standard with concrete. We need to make a concrete factory. And to do that, we need sulfur and we need sand, which is easy enough done. So we're going to come up here, got a sulfur patch here, and we're going to build a concrete factory in here and have it independent because it doesn't actually have to be connected to the road grid to work, which is a little strange. But fine, not a problem. So I'm going to put in a couple of sulfur mines. We're going to put in a road in between them, like so. We're going to put in a couple of sand mines, and it is 2 sand to 1 sulfur, basically. And the reason for that is because although the sulfur produces 1 every 2.4, this produces 1 every 12. So it's way slower. But it needs 2 sulfur and 1 sand. So, yeah. So we can put in 2 concrete factories straight away, which I kind of want to do. It's a little overkill to start with, but I want to do it because I feel as if having more early will be much better for us. I think. Then we want to put in a storage, which is here, and I'm hoping I can get it. Right, let me snap it to the. See, it does that awkwardly. So if we remove that road there, and then put in a storage directly centered, like so. I have realised as well that I've snapped those concrete factories there, but I'm okay with that because this is only going to be a tiny road anyway, so it doesn't particularly matter. We don't necessarily need to upgrade this road. This road is purely going to be for storage. You know, it doesn't like that. It doesn't like that. It's very strange. It is very, very strange. I wonder whether snapping it would help. If we snap it to there, and then put the road back in, it throws it off to one side, so the lorries will go one side. Whatever. That's fine. Okay. I don't need power for this. Now, the biggest problem with this sort of thing is that your power grid, the numbers down here, are overall, which can confuse things. So if we stick in a wind turbine, I'm going to turn off snapping because I want to stop snapping stuff to the roads. But if we put in a wind turbine, well, just here, and then we put in a power pole there and a power pole there. Now you notice it runs from one power pole to the other. If you right click to cancel it, it just goes to a single power pole and then connects to the nearest pole now, which is good. If we do that and enable that, that should be enough. Yeah, we're using 7, we're producing 20, which is great. But this number here will now include this wind turbine, even though it may not be connected to our main grid, because this whole road doesn't need to be connected to our main grid. Workers can somehow magically transport into their places without having a road. But that's cool. So we're going to get that, and we'll also expand this out to make steel over here as well, which we need iron for, which is fine because we have iron patch right there. Okay, so this is going to be our grid system, and we're going to build a grid that is 15, and you see here if I zoom in, you've got how many concrete it costs at the end, but you've actually got a number of how many meters it goes. And if I can find, is there a hill here somewhere? There's a hill. We'll go over here. You sometimes see it becomes like a 0.1. That just means it's going uphill. So we can still measure the 15 by 15 even going up and down hills. So we'll just do that. So we'll just zoom in. Boom. That was a 16 one. Damn you. And I said I've chosen 15 because that's the size of the park. Also, it works out pretty well for our buildings and our houses and things. And we'll see how this goes. Now, generally grid cities are a brilliant way to start, but a terrible way to actually play. Based off of other city-style games. Oops. Can I snap that? There we go. Nope. Nope, that did not snap. That did not work. Okay, can't move the nodes on top of each other. There we go. Right, boom. Yeah, grid cities are a brilliant start because they're easy to do, but generally traffic becomes awful. You can kind of combat them by making everything one way, but that doesn't always work because then you have weirdness going on. You force everyone to go one way around a grid, but then when it comes to the next grid along to it, they have to do the same, and then everyone ends up in one corner of your city, and it's all a bit weird. So we're just going to leave it and see what happens. Apparently traffic is terrible in this game, so yeah, we're going to see what happens. We're going to put our pad right in the centre. It can't go right in the centre because it needs to be connected to the road. So, but we want to build some houses, some basic habitats. So that's what we're going to do, and they will quite happily go 1, 2, 3, and then down here 1, 2, and 3. And we put 2 across in the centre to get a lovely 8 of them in one place, which is quite awesome. Now we do have a gap in the centre, and with that we could put in a substation when we get them, or just power poles. Sadly, windmills won't fit in there; they're too big. But yeah, we can fit a power pole in there. Oh, that covers the whole area, and then there'll be a power pole over here and a power pole there. Although they don't connect, I've just noticed. Could be a problem. I thought they connected. I thought that was far enough for them to connect. Might be wrong. Ooh. No, they do connect. I just have to click. I have to click on the power pole first. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's good. So with that, we then also need some air processing. So we're going to come over here and do the same thing. We're just going to put 3 in, which should get us tide us over for quite a while actually. I'm leaving a gap between the road and the thing because we're going to upgrade all the roads to level 4 the best we can. Yeah, the best we can. And then we have to choose where we want to put our power. Because we're going to have to run power cables in from somewhere far away. But, I mean, we could run the power cables from in here actually and have a single area for power. Can't afford that. Can't afford the concrete. That's fine. That's fine. Let's unpause the game because that's probably a huge problem here. So let's do this. And then destroy that one. And that connects there. There we go. Awesome. Okay. Okay, and then we need to run power down from there, but we don't have any concrete to do that just yet. So we need to figure this out. So if I click that and then just basically drag it down, we're going to need 65 concrete to get power down here. That's okay. It's going to be a little bit of a slow start. Let's speed up time. This can work. This can do its thing here. Producing enough concrete for us. And Yeah, the trucks just go into there, so this isn't really a problem. We've got trucks coming up, going into these, and trucks going down into there. And then as we upgrade, if we put more of these in there, we'll have to put more sulfur mines in, or as we upgrade sulfur mines, we could do more things. So that's independent and fine and working and joyous. We'll run a power line down to there, and then we'll have to just redo it as time goes on. We want to run a power line down to there and connect that one up there. There we go. Okay. And now these need oxygen, which means I have to do even more power poles. We're kind of going to do it like this. I do want to do substations at some point. That's a definite given. There we go. Okay. Okay. And we're going to carry on like that. Basically, I'm going to go with having houses on this side, like all the way along. Just habitats on this side. And then we're going to mix up the industry over here. Because when it comes to electronic factories, electronic workshops, so we need them when we unlock them. We can put 3 on one side. We can fit on the, like 3 on this side, 3 on this side, and then in between we can fit other types of buildings if we want to. Or we could do an electronic plant in one grid, and then another grid with someone else, and then another electronic plant, and just crisscross them. So we unlock electronics and oh, excuse me. Yeah, we unlock electronics and home appliances. So we could do one block of electronics, one block of home appliances, and another block of electronics, and that obviously then they'll cover this one here. There won't be any on the front row that'll get the bonuses, but that's okay. That's okay. And then we'll just do a checker pattern. I think I might go with that. We'll see. We'll see. So we don't have enough workers to do all the things. That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. We will be getting workers. Workers are going to land. They're going to come in. They're going to go out and stuff like that. We could have more landing pads as well. They obviously speed up imports and exports, so that's an option somewhere. Right now, 1 is fair enough. We'll just start slow and see how we go. So what else will we need to do? We need to do research as well. Research is something that we desperately do need to do. So let's go over this side, and we're going to do research. I'm going to put in a research factory here. And then I'm going to put in the research plants, like putting 3 behind. Actually, I think we can get all of them in here. I really do wish that you could choose where the roads go, because sometimes they connect to weird things. But what we can do is we can grab this and we can rotate it. Like that. Which would then allow us to put in more things. I did not know they get bonuses from atmospheric process. I did not know that. That could change some things for us, actually, now I think about it. I think that's going to change some things for us. Let's move that out of the way for a minute. Let's bring this one down here. Bring this one down here, and we'll get another one in the center. Then what I might do is I might move these. Put like one there, and build them like this instead. Because that way, I'll have to center up that pole because otherwise it will wind me up. That way, these are getting bonuses. These are getting 8% bonuses from the atmospheric process, which is cool. That's very good. I like that. We'd have to figure out what to do with the research though. I don't know. I don't know what to do that. But I like that because that means that we could dedicate research to be in like we're essentially going to have kind of like this corner. So this tile and all along here is going to be one there, and then this is going to be another quadrant, and then that's going to be another quadrant, and then this is going to be another quadrant. So this could be our science quadrant along with our atmospheric process. They could all be mixed in together. we can have our electronics and things up here. That's probably going to be 2 quadrants for the electronics and things like that. And then the habitat's going to be down here, although habitats are quite large as well. So I'm not entirely sure which way I want to go around doing this. I think I'm just going to expand out sort of. So we'll do 4 grids, and then 4 grids, then 4 grids, 4 grids, so on and so forth. Which means I suppose the research can just stay here. I don't really know. It's a shame there's nothing gives a researcher bonus. Or maybe something does, I just haven't discovered it. Now we do need iron. We need iron to be imported here. Now importing iron is going to be an interesting thing because we need to choose where it comes from. We've got it over here, we've got it up here, we've got it over there. But I don't just want to build a road straight to it. I mean, I could do, and then just reform the road every time we expand the grid out. That would make sense. To just do that. To just go, hey, we're gonna just bring the road directly in, and we'll form the grid out. And every time we make the grid larger, we'll just cut the road, make it bigger, bigger, bigger. And that way we could actually make the road a highway in, and that'd be fine. The other option is to bring the road like down along to here and try and line it up with a go, which we could do. And I kind of like that idea. We've got iron here and iron here, so I think we're going to do that. We're going to up it because iron is going to be used by our research. So yeah, I think we're going to do that. Which means I'm just going to run a road out 15 tiles, and then another 15 tiles, and then another 15 tiles, and so on and so forth. Like that. There we go. 15 tiles all the way along. And I've done it purposely in 15 tile goes so that when you do it, you get the nodes at the right places. You generate a new node every 20 tiles. And if you measure 20 tiles, it'll put a node in at 10. If you measure 22, it'll put a node in at 11. It sort of splits it in half every 10. So 19 is the longest road segment you're allowed to do without an extra node in. Which is fine. So I'm going to then come off this one, and I'm just going to do a straight road. It will snap to 90 degrees to about here somewhere. That's going to probably become a highway. Most of this might become a highway, and then as we expand out, we'll have to drop the roads back down again in rating, because we're not going to be able to obviously build off of highways. So right. And then we need power up as well, and I'm just going to put in an independent little power thing for them up here, all on their own. Put it in like there. Boom. There we go. And that's just doing 20 megawatts. Now, as I said, it's covering, you see, this is showing all our power grids added together. We're generating 38 power. Which is odd. Is that showing all our power? Or is that showing just the one power grid 1? It might be just showing power grid 1 actually. Because that's those two together. Because I made them a little close to each other on purpose. Let's go over here. I put these two close together so they're not running at full efficiency. So this is 18.5. This is running at 18.5. Because when you grid the upgrades for them, their actual area shrinks slightly. So I thought if I drop them down to 90% efficiency each, the area will shrink and they'll get 100% when we get that research going. Speaking of research, we have one research. Farming. That's all we have. So we'll do that. But the trucks have got to come first. We're mining it. They're delivering it. And they come down the long road. It is a long road as well. We're spread out. We're using a lot of concrete early on to do things. It's not very quick. But I feel that putting the longer infrastructure in, like this, is going to be a bit more beneficial to us. Because we can then... We're not building a city close to the edge of something and then expanding outwards, because you get to the point where you end up putting in things amongst other things, which is kind of how a city organically grows, and I understand that. But I want to play this game using a perfect grid, as close to a perfect grid as I can get, and see what happens. see whether it's awful, see whether it's fantastic. I don't know. I've seen some screenshots of people making fantastic, like, circular cities, which now I know you can do properly. So, and I'm sure everyone has done the whole grid thing, but with future knowledge of how big parks are, and I'm kind of hoping stadiums are the same, we should be okay. We should be okay with a 15 grid. It means you can put one stadium in here, does waste some space behind it. That's okay. I'm not fussed about that. We'll figure it out from there. So we've unlocked farms. Awesome, awesome. Let's put in a couple of farms. Now, farms are actually smaller than habitat. I didn't realise that. Maybe we can get 4 in here. I'm not so sure. Might be able to. Yeah. Yeah, with these, actually. Yeah, we get 4 in. Which means we get 4 in there and then 2 more in the centre there, which is awesome. So that means one grid of farms is probably going to be way better than I thought. I don't know what farms don't get a bonus or anything. They don't use anything. So yeah, there's no real point in trying to find out what bonuses they use. I think it's the bonus. So if you was to put this near iron mines and near processing plants, you would get extra bonuses from them. So if you wanted to min-max this game, you could go, right, okay, I'm going to put my oxygen processing and my research next to my iron mines over here, so to get bonuses. You know, build a curve road, put the iron mines on one side, put the research in, and then put the accelerated processes next door to it, so they get bonuses from both sides to increase the maximum research. That could be an option you do. I don't know. One thing I do wish they had was storages. You have a storage for construction materials that only stores concrete and steel. I wish you could have other storage, like just this same building, just smaller, and go, this is an iron storage, and then I could put an iron storage in down here, and then the trucks would fill the iron storage, and the iron storage would then fill the thing, so we're not waiting so long for the trucks to come down. I finished the tutorial, even though I said no to it when I started the game. Cool. Yeah, so that's the plan. That's the plan. Tell me what you think. What do you think of the plan? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? I'm going to kind of go with it anyway and just see what happens and take it from there. One thing I do want to desperately know is, do you think I should go with the one-way thing? Because you can do, like, you take this square here and we'll make it anti-clockwise. And you take this square and make it clockwise. And then this one will be clockwise, and this one will be clockwise, and that one will be clockwise. And this one in the corner here will be anti-clockwise, because it's up to, and then the lines will match. And if you go clockwise, anti-clockwise, clockwise, anti-clockwise, that means trucks can get everywhere they want to go to. They mean they have to sort of snake to do things. So if you want to get up here, you've got to go up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. But it does mean that no one's crossing each other. And if you want to get out of the city, you've got to come down and then snake your way back up again. So I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I haven't really played with it that much, so we'll see. We'll see. I'd forgotten about farms as well, so this might become like the food / park / whatever area here. Although research does not need to be massive, so research might just be a line of stuff going up. Not sure on that. Kind of tempted now to have a line of research going up here, a line of food production going up here, make all this habitats and make all this electronics. So north and south north is electronics and all the equipment for that, home appliances, all that jazz. South is going to be all the habitats, and then there should be a line of research, and this way will be a line of all different foods. So the food, the fertilizer factory, these things when we get to them, parks, stadiums, that sort of thing, could all be made along there, maybe behind the schools as well, behind the research, because I don't know what bonuses they get there, but it doesn't seem to be many of them, where there is definitely a lot of these electronics, a lot of these factories, not many chances either. So I like that idea. We might go with that. I'll put that there. Yeah, we will see. So tell me what you think, whether this is a good idea or a bad idea, or a crazy idea, and let's just go with it anyway, because that's probably what I'm going to do. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Hope to see you again next time. Until then, as always, have fun.